G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Turbo Tristan here. In today's video, we're trying to bring you quality, not quantity, which is why it's taken me a while to do a video. But I'm gonna jump on the phone to HALTECH. That's why I'm wearing the HALTECH merch. And we're gonna get my KSWAP all fired up, set the timing, set the injectors, get it running. So I can get a tune in it, and then we are one project ticked off, and we can start enjoying this and creating some content with this bad boy, which is what it's been all about. It's taken me a year to get this thing up and running, and then it's back on to the VL. Engine's almost ready to go in the car, but first I've got to do the engine bay painting and finish stripping that out. It's been a crazy couple of weeks here. I've been doing some crazy hours here in the shed and working on quite a few different cars. We've recently done a couple of rebuilds on some EGs and EK Civics, but they were for family, so they're love jobs. There's one of them over there. Just got to do a few more things to get that set up and sorted, and then that one's going to be flipped back onto the BMW. There's just so much happening here, and I don't really have all the time in the world. So first thing, while I've got the chance, jump on the phone to HALTECH, get this sorted, get that out of the road. At the moment, I'm just pushing it around because it does fire up and run. However, really rich. We got to set the injector dead times, set the timing, make it stop chugging so hard. So stick around. Later in the video, we're going to get to all that fun stuff. I didn't do a first start video. I didn't do a wiring video. I haven't filmed any of the exhausts that I've made, but I will show you later on because it sounds incredible. But I've got Logan here. Logan has been working since 2 o'clock. It's now 7 o'clock. Yep. And he's took the wiring loom away last week or the week before last and redone it all. We didn't show a lot of it because, well, it's just wires at the end of the day. If you're excited about that sort of stuff, jump over to Logan's channel. He does quite a fair bit of it. If you need your Honda, your Skyline, your VL, your BMW, whatever it is, your Silvia wide, and you're in Melbourne, north or south, he's done an amazing job. But if you want to contact him, jump onto his channel, Logan Speed Shop. I'll put another link and everything flashed up below, but I'll get the man to fire it up. I haven't even touched it, fired up yet. It has ran. It sounds incredible.
It's running really rich, but that's okay. I'm not a tuner. I'll get it started. I'll get a great cold start, but here we are.
So as you've just seen, the car started pretty much straight away, and it is on E85, so Logan's done an awesome job just setting it up so it will start. It wasn't smooth sailing, but he did get there after a couple of page ups on the computer, but he got that sorted. But for everyone at home who didn't see the last video, and hopefully you'll go back and watch it, but tell us about what you do, tell us about your channel and how people can get in touch with you.
Basically what I do is, well, for this particular job, I got the standard loom, I cut the ends off it, I checked the continuity to every plug, and then reran them to the HALTECH plugs, re-terminated them, double checked all my work, added some new plugs on for the likes of the injectors and the air temp sensor, boost controller, and a couple of other things hidden away under there as well. I do everything. I'll stick to HALTECH, so start to finish looms, big power cars. On my channel there's an all-wheel drive Silvia I built in 4 months, there's a little Mazda GDX, an all-wheel drive Evo wagon, and hopefully a couple more toys coming up soon, but we'll wait and see what comes of it. But yeah, if you want to see some interesting builds, jump over to my channel, Logan Speed Shop.
All of the wiring is now done on my car. Just a couple of things I need to do, which is make a panel under the dash so I can mount all the ECU and all the fuse boxes and stuff, but that's on me. Logan can do all of that stuff. So as a thank you, jump over to his channel. He needs about 300 more subscribers to hit that magic 1K mark, and then he can start to really push his YouTube channel and make the most of it. So jump over there. To be honest, he's got a lot more interesting cars than I do, some exciting imports, so check him out. Huge shout out to Logan, couldn't be here without him, so thanks so much. Around about an hour's passed, I've been on the phone with Dave from HALTECH, not for the whole hour, but just for the last 20 minutes or so. And we've had the car running again, and we've found that there's a vacuum leak somewhere. But what we did is we sprayed some brake cleaner just all over the throttle body, and spraying it around here somehow made the revs go up and down, which means that there's a leak coming from here. So now I'm gonna just pull all of this apart, clean it all, check all the gaskets, and then reseal it up, bang it back together, hopefully start it up and it'll run nicely, and we'll get back on the phone to HALTECH and get this thing idling nice. Okay, it's much later in the day, not gonna lie, but I've just jumped off the phone from Fernando, Fernando's the bloke that helped me get the D16 up and running on the phone from HALTECH. The guy is an absolute legend and he knows Hondas. He was able to set up everything on there. And turns out that when I plugged in the loom, I plugged the cam sensors around the wrong way, which is a pretty common mistake that most people do. We've set the timing, we've fixed the vacuum leak. It turns out it was the injector O-rings. So it runs now. I can take it for a drive. Because it was running so rich, we've used about 30 plus litres of E85 just idling it. So that absolutely sucks, but it's ready for a drive now, and I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna take it and put some fuel in it. But before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and slap on my T7 Designs flush mount coil pack cover. Now this is an awesome bit of gear. I'm gonna need two hands to do that, but that just basically drops right on there and it sits absolutely perfectly flush. I'll be back in just a second with it installed. Very easy to install. It sits nice and flush, perfectly laser cut, doesn't jump around. It's a shame that I scratched my valve cover, so I'm gonna have to repaint that. But T7 Designs available at spoolup.com.au, sits perfectly. Unfortunately, I don't have a solution for my throttle cable at the moment, so I'm just running that here. Eventually I'll probably make a bracket off here that sort of lifts it up and then has a bit of a twist in it so that the line can run through there. But I'm all about giving it a first test drive today. So G'd up, can't wait, let's hit the road. So we've just gotten back from our first drive. We went to the servo, put some E85 in it, fresh E85. It's still driving like an untuned car, which it is, but we're moving under our own power, which is exciting. And the turbo sounds incredible, even at like 3,000 or 4,000 RPM. We're making a few PSI, and I couldn't be happier. I just checked, there's no leaks or anything like that. So yeah, bit of smoke, bit of steam. There's a bit of a rattle from underneath, which I think is, maybe I need to do up the V-band clamp a bit tighter, which is the one just before the cat, but otherwise, success. So we'll get up here once the light changes and I get over the coughing and spluttering of the untuned car, and I'll make a little bit of noise, get it to 3,000 or 4,000, and yeah, listen to what it does. So at 3,000 it's making 1 PSI, which is pretty awesome. Spring in the wastegate, so pretty awesome. Smell a bit of oil then. All I can hear is turbo whistle. Freaking sounds awesome. But that's going to be it for the test drive. We don't want to be stupid or hurt anything, and yeah, just try and get it home in one piece, and yeah, check everything out and then organise to get the car tuned. drive it, but not to beat on it. So I think 3.5, 4,000 RPM is considered not beating on it when it revs to 8 or 9 normally. So don't hate too much, but it's running and driving, and we've got to get it warm, get it running, make sure that everything works, test everything out, and yeah, just put it through its paces before we get to the dyno to help eliminate any of those sort of problems. So we're back from the first drive. Everything went really well, although untuned. No oil leaks, no fuel leaks or anything like that. We did have one leak though, coming from underneath the car. I noticed there was a bit of oil on the exhaust and I freaked out, but then you can see here's a drip. I've already cleaned it, dripping from the gearbox output shaft just up there. I don't know why. Probably just needs a new seal, I hope. I'm running the K20 intermediate shaft with the insane shaft outer axles, so maybe there was an issue. I damaged the seal when I put it in, or it just was on its way out and leaking anyway, or maybe I overfilled it, but I only filled it up till it ran out of that bung there. But exhaust is sweet, everything's going well. It was rattling a bit because I forgot to tighten up this V-band, but she's all sweet to go now. Well, we're officially KSWAP now, so I can wear this shirt with pride. I actually do own a KSWAP, even though I've worked on plenty and used plenty on the channel before, but mine runs. We'll fire it up, show you how easy it fires up. Don't make a liar out of me. Beautiful. This is what she sounds like out the back. Absolutely purrs. Big shout out to HALTECH. But it's running like an absolute dream now. Max feeding rods turbo doing its thing, making all the right noises. Fuel pressure's jumped up again. How good is this T7 Designs coil pack cover? So flush. Shame about that scratch there. I did that when I was doing the timing. I had to have a little jimmy rig with the timing light and a coil lead, and it just scratched on there. But yeah, she's running neat and nice now. If you want any T7 Design stuff, hit me up. We're still almost there with the website, but don't forget, spool up, bring the boost, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.